right. Shit. Hope this shit streams decently, people. What's poppin'? What's going on? Why does this thing always... What is going on with this live stream? What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario. I'm trying to get this shit right. This keeps saying the current resolution is fucked up. I'm like, I don't understand what they talking about. Oh, let me double check. Let me see something. Everything looks good. All right, can you guys see me? You guys can see me. Is everything good? Can you hear me? What's poppin'? Ambi, Darrell S, T.555. What up? We good? You good? I'm good? Everything good? Alright, cool. Because this YouTube shit be telling me something different. It's talking about, yo, your shit ain't supported by this, and it's got the red line on it. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I want to make sure this shit is going good. But anyway, so what's good, people? What's poppin'? Oh, remember, today is Black Friday, so I still have the Black Friday sale, okay? So the Black Friday sale is going on until tonight, okay? So wherever Friday is, wherever you're at, because I know some people, I'm on the East Coast. So if you're on the West Coast, my midnight is going to be maybe your 9 o'clock or some shit. But whenever Friday is gone everywhere in the world, that's when Black Friday's over. So you can still take advantage of the Black Friday sale. So if you're in California and it's, it's before midnight today, you can get on the Black Friday sale. So the Black Friday sale is when you join the Bad Boy membership, you are going to get 2 of my programs for free. You feel what I'm saying? So if you join the Bad Boy membership, what up, Donnie? I'm gonna take calls today. If you join the Bad Boy membership before midnight, right, you will get any 2 of my programs for free. Well, not any 2. I have a few things on there that you can get, but you can go to my store page on mrlocario.com, or you can check out that video I just put up earlier today where I was talking about the sale, and it'll show you all this stuff. So you can get the Bad Boys Guide to Dating DVD. You can get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the ebook. You can get the audiobook. You can get How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar. You can get the Bad Boy book. You can get Master Approaching Women in 30 Days or Less. You can get the Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. Did I say that one already? And you can get the Banned from YouTube Dating Advice mixtape. So you can get all of those, any 2 of those things, if you join the Bad Boy membership before midnight tonight. Okay, so after midnight, it's done. You understand? So who is up in the building? We got Ron Starr. Don, what's going on? Nez, was good? Nez, you said the Bad Boy membership is a bit pricey at $93. Nah, it's not $93. It's $97, bruh. It's $97. Okay? It's $97. And it's worth every penny. Trust me. It's funny because I've had people who hit me up and they telling me, yo, bro, you got to raise that price. And I'm like, nah, I'll keep it there for a while. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. You guys got to get on that shit as soon as you can. So I'm up here in New Paltz right now, upstate New York, chilling. So my allergies is acting up a little bit, but we're gonna make it happen. We are gonna make it happen. Okay. So today I wanted to talk about comparing yourself to other guys and why it's not a good idea to do that. Okay. It's not a good idea to compare yourself to other men in the game, right? And this is why a lot of dudes, can't get shit popping, because they are always comparing themselves to other guys. And see, what happens is you have to understand this. The game isn't fair. All right, I'm going to say it again. The game is not fair. So what that means is that other people are probably going to be in a position to where things may happen a little bit easier for them. And you may be in a position where things are happening easier for you than other people, than other guys. You see what I'm saying? But what you got to focus on is, what do I need to do for myself to get things to benefit me? That's all you need to know. That's all you need to think about. You understand? So when you're comparing yourselves to other men in the game, you start to lose focus off of what's going to make you great. You understand? You lose focus off of what's going to make you stand out. You lose focus of what's going to make you get what you want. So what a lot of dudes do is they compare themselves to, they compare their looks to other men, which is ridiculous. So they'll look at another guy and be like, oh, he's better looking than me, so he's probably going to get a lot of girls, and I'm not going to get any girls because I don't look as good as this guy. Right? Stop doing that shit. Stop comparing yourself to that dude. First of all, no matter how a guy looks, right? There are going to be some girls who are into him because of that, and some girls who's not because of that. Same thing goes for you. Some girls who are into you because of how you look, some girls who are not into you because of how you look. You understand? So you might be saying, oh, let's say you're a white guy and you're comparing yourself to some tall black dude, and you're like, man, this black dude probably get a whole bunch of girls because he's tall and he's black and that's what girls want, right? And then you chilling in a spot and the girl wants you because you that white boy. She's into white dudes. She's not into that black guy, right? And that's specific to you, but you're so busy comparing yourself to this other motherfucker, you don't realize that you have a chick here who wants to deal with you because you're so worried about every other guy. You're worried about what this guy has that you think you want, and you're not focusing on you. You're not focusing on what can I do to make myself better. Guys are comparing themselves to other guys with money. They're like, oh, this guy has more money than me. This guy has a better car than me. This guy, it's like, yo, stop doing that. You understand? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. You understand? You have to understand what makes you unique. Sweet potato pie, what's going on? We got Trap Lord in the building. What's good? So you said, how can we reach extreme levels of confidence inside us? Well, and I'm glad you asked that, because this actually goes along to what I'm saying. Because look, if you focus on you, right? That's how you're going to become more confident. You understand what I'm saying? Because look, this is the thing. If you're focusing on other people, comparing yourself to other people, right? That's just going to create more insecurity. Because you're always going to find someone taller than you, someone you think is better looking than you, someone you see with the types of girls you want. You're going to see another guy with a car you think is better than yours. You're going to see a guy who has more money than you. So you're always going to be seeing stuff that is going to make you feel inferior. You see what I'm saying? Right? But what you have to understand is that when you focus on you, and you focus on your strengths, your talents, your abilities, your charisma, your swag, your energy, when you focus on you and become the best you're not worried about nobody else. Because also you understand this truth that there is nobody else like you. So even if a person, let's say, has more money, that don't mean nothing to you. If you see another guy who is taller than you, that don't mean nothing to you. You understand? You can see a guy who, in your opinion, you be like, oh yeah, that dude's way better looking than me. But guess what? That don't mean nothing to you. You know why? Because he's not you. You understand? He's not you. So that's what you, look, once you understand that you are you and nobody else is like you, and you really grab onto that fact, and understand how valuable that makes you, you don't care about nothing else. Nez, you said there are some guys who are considered conventionally attractive to, you said most chicks though. And again, so what? So what? It's like this. If me and you, Nez, we were chilling and we were hungry, and like I already bought some food or I got some food, right? I'm eating the food I'm eating. You still hungry. What do you need to do for you so that you can get some food and stop being hungry? It don't matter that I got some shit because that's not helping you out. You got to figure out what do you need to do to get what you need to get for you. Because this is the thing. If certain girls is thinking, and this is what I said earlier, where the game is not fair. This is what I'm saying, that the game isn't fair. Because you're going to have a guy you know, or a guy that you is cool with or whatever. Let's say you might be like, damn, like, you know, for some reason, this dude just off the bat, all these girls think he's cute. So they're checking him out automatically, right? But they're not checking you out as much as they're checking him out, right? But again, so what? What are you going to do about that? They're not going to stop checking him out. He's not going to stop looking how he looks. He's just going to be who he is. But guess what? You're still not getting what you want. So you have to figure out, what do I need to do to get what I want? That's all you need to worry about. See, focusing on other people and what's going on, it doesn't do anything for you. You're still not getting what you need. Right? You have to focus on you first. Because when that other guy is, having sex with a woman, you're not feeling the vagina. He's feeling the vagina. You feel what I'm saying? When this other guy is getting shit popping with a chick, you're not feeling those feelings. He's feeling those feelings. He's getting that experience. So what do you need to do for you to get the experience? So when you're comparing yourself to other guys, all you're doing is wasting time and creating a situation where you're feeling more and more insecure. You're not doing nothing for yourself. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like it's a waste of time. You see what I'm saying? It is a waste of time. You don't need to do that shit. What up, Elliot Morris? Shout out to you, bro. You said I still had to preach the game overlooks. But look, this is the thing. This is what I'm telling you guys. The game isn't fair. Even look at it this way. Let's say you learn a lot of game, which you should be if you're watching these videos. If you're reading the books, if you're checking out all the programs, you should be learning game, right? So guess what? You're going to be on a certain level of game versus another guy who don't know shit, right? So now when you're interacting with these women, you're going to be attracting more women than the average guy. Again, the game isn't fair because you actually studied the game and you've worked on yourself and you've worked on making shit happen, right? You are getting more out the game than this other guy. So you're not getting the same amount of experiences and chicks trying to fuck with you. You're getting more things happening while this other guy isn't because you study the game. You understand? But the thing is, you got to understand that in order for you to make that happen for yourself, you have to put yourself out there and make the shit go down. And stop comparing yourself to other motherfuckers. You feel me? So let me put the calling number out for you guys. If you want to call in, calling number 646-481-3901. Yeah, man. Yeah, so the thing is, you guys got to get out there and get that experience for yourself. So don't compare yourself to other guys. Don't compare yourself to me. You feel what I'm saying? Don't compare yourself to anybody. You just got to be laser focused on your shit. You feel what I'm saying? Let me get this. Yo.
Hello?
What's poppin'?
Yeah, it's Nez from London.
Nez, what's going on, bro? What's the deal?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you been?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I just came back gaming from a shopping mall, a shopping center.
Right.
Big new one. Just opened up. But I wasn't really able to get, I was with my friend, but we kind of almost got things popping off with a few chicks, but we messed up big time. Cause,
right.
It was like a series of unfortunate events that happened. Because we approached them and we wanted to go somewhere to eat, but what happened was I drunk, like I went to a bar just before and I drank some alcohol and I ate quite a lot of sushi, so I wasn't feeling well, so I had to go to the toilet.
Right.
But the thing was, like, after I went into the toilet and I was like taking a shit and everything, and then I realized afterwards that there was no toilet paper in the cubicle, so I had to call my friend on his mobile phone to bring me some, like, from the restaurant. Like, come to the toilet and bring me some from the restaurant. And then these chicks, because it took so long, these chicks got annoyed with us and just left.
That's
just,
crazy.
Left us there.
That's funny. Hey, well, shit happens in a game, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Literally,
but,
shit happens. You feel me?
The other ones that we spoke to, it was, we got some conversations going, but I wasn't really in a state. I kind of run out of things to say, and then I'm kind of waiting for a wingman to jump in and save the day. How do I kind of, it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens quite often.
Right.
How do I don't know, like, because you were telling me that I should just carry on practicing, so I can build my verbal muscle. It's like a comedian builds up his verbal muscle or her verbal muscle when somebody says something to them. They say something back.
So you're saying how do you keep the situation going?
Yeah, how to keep the situation going, because sometimes, like, I'll approach some chicks in the street and then they'll be interested. Like, I'll see them looking at me and they start crossing their legs, and then there's this like pause, this awkward pause, and then I run out of things to say and I start to get like a bit anxious that I'm kind of losing it, and I see them start walking off.
Right.
And I guess that kind of ruins the whole thing. That makes me lose it for real.
Okay, well, this is the thing though. First of all, and this is what I tell most guys, is this. It's better to you got to have a goal in mind when you're going out and when you're doing what you're doing. You understand? Like a main goal. Like if certain other things occur, then cool, but you want a main goal. So let's say when were you out? Was this like during the daytime, at nighttime? Like what was going on?
We met up at, what time did we meet? Shit. We met up at like 2 or 3. Oh no, we went to a couple of universities first, a couple of university campuses.
Okay,
so to get some chicks there.
All right, so it was like during the daytime and shit, right?
But yeah, I just got back now. It's nighttime here now where I'm at. So
okay, so the thing is this: you want to have a goal in mind. So, or I should say a main goal. So like, let's say for example, your main goal is to, I don't know, just get some numbers or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Let's say that's just your main goal for that day, right? When you're having a conversation and when you're interacting with them, all of the talking points or just your talking points should lead to that main goal. So if you approach a girl and you're having a conversation where you see her in the street or whatever, she's walking by, you stop her, hey miss, how you doing? What's your name? Oh, Stacy, nice to meet you. My name's Locario. So what you up to today? And she'll be like, oh, I'm doing this. Oh yeah, I'm just chilling with some of my friends, blah, blah, blah. Well, listen, I'm actually on my way to so-and-so, but you're really attractive. Look, I think we should get together and get a drink sometime. Here's my number. Let me get your number. You understand? So So when you have that goal in mind, it's easier for you to just sort of segue into that thing. You understand? Instead of just sort of randomly talking about stuff for a long time. You understand? And this is something you could do in like 2 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? So you have that goal.
No.
Go ahead, what you gonna say?
No, I know. You say that. Yeah, that's what you were saying before. I think that telling me before, but like what from my experience, I find that if I do that, I get success. Yeah, almost like none of the time. If I'm because I've been watching a lot of RSD stuff, Todd Valentine, RSD Max, Luke, Tyler, all that stuff. When they do it, they instead of just going straight in, they try to they're direct. It's like a man to woman interaction, but it's more like kind of flirtatious banter type thing. So like my opening line is perhaps if I see two girls walking down the road, I'll just like stop them and be like, "Hey, excuse me, me and my mate were walking, saw you walk past, and thought you looked like a pair of kittens walking down the street," or something like that. And then it's that gets them like laughing or in a conversation, and I'll try to like progress from there instead of just saying, "Oh, I thought you looked really cute and attractive," because I think a lot of them have heard this before, so they're kind of averse to that type of thing.
Well, this is the thing. Look, you can literally say anything to a chick to open up the situation. Once you have her attention, meaning once she's actually stopping and talking to you, you see what I'm saying? What you want to do is, because this is what you're I think the mistake you're making. The mistake you're making is you're trying to keep the conversation going, right? Just indefinitely, but you only need to keep the conversation going to get to the point. Do you see what I'm saying? To get to the goal. You see what I mean? And so what happens is that guys think they need to sort of like extend conversations or keep talking to build this sort of rapport in order for the girl to like them first, and then they'll be like, okay, let me try to get her number now because I think she likes me now, and then I'm gonna do it now. You see what I mean? And then so when you think about it like that, that's when you run out of stuff to say. You understand? That's when you are fishing for things to keep it going. But it doesn't necessarily need for that to happen. What I'm saying is that whenever you're in that conversation, always remember the goal, and then basically you can sort of work backwards. You understand what I'm saying? So for example, if your goal is to get the number, right? It's because you're going to hit her up at a different time to set a date. Since you're going to set a date, it's like, okay, what would I actually want to do with this girl? Okay, maybe we'll get a drink, right? So now that I know I'm trying to get the number so I can set a date to get the drink, right? I already have most of the stuff I need to say. So after I already introduced myself, or we've already introduced ourselves, we stopped there and we're talking, it's like, hey, listen, you're really attractive. Listen, let me get your number. I'll hit you up later this week. We should get together and get a drink. You see what I'm saying? So that's you got to get to that point where you just lay it on there. And even the times when you don't have anything else to say, that's the time when you close the deal. You see what I'm saying? So if you're talking to her and you're like, damn, I got nothing else to say. Okay, look, let me close it. Every time you don't have anything else to say, just close it. You see what I'm saying? Just close the conversation so that you can move on and keep it pushing. Because if you're still trying to come up with shit to say and you don't have anything to say, and then now it's becoming awkward, now it's becoming all weird, now you start doubting yourself, now she's feeling that that awkwardness, and then it becomes whack. You see what I'm saying? So once you realize you have nothing else to say, just close the deal. You see what I'm saying?
That's exactly what happens. Yeah. That's all right. No, but the other point you made about this, I think the topic of this live stream we're doing now is really, really true as well, because like up until about 2 years ago, I used to be like a total wankster, and I couldn't get like girls to save my life. I couldn't really approach them or talk to them anywhere. And I used to think it was all about looks and this, that, and the other. I used to train like 5 days a week, maybe eat 6 meals a day, and make sure my teeth were as white as possible. I was using like products that women use, like supplements and stuff like that, to keep my skin like healthy and all that shit. But I still didn't get anything. I used to think that I just had to do that and they would come up to me, but it's not like that at all. You have to put yourself out there and you have to learn game, like you said.
Right.
You
got to put yourself in the fucking fire, man, so that you can get used to it. Because look, most of this is just getting you, because you going out there and you're doing it. I think what your issue is I think you're still worrying too much about the outcome. You know what I'm saying? I think you need to make the situation flow a little bit better, because what it is that you want to get to a point where you're not, like, you're doing what you're doing, but it's coming off. You want it to come off extremely natural. It should be secondhand. It should just be like, flowing because you know how to do it. You right now, I think you're still in a stage where you're thinking about what you're doing. You understand?
Yeah.
You want to get to the point.
I mean, I'm at the stage where, like, if I don't talk to girls, then I feel weird. Like, I have to do it every single day. But obviously, like you said, I'm thinking about the outcome, and there's some little anxiety there about it and stuff.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I think you're too much in your head at this point. You need to be able to. It's like almost like when people talk about actors. What actors do is that they sort of, they learn about the character they're going to portray. You feel what I'm saying? And they come up with like a story of who the character is, what they like, what they don't like, whatever. And then so once they get the lines and they understand the lines they're going to give out, they just do it. They don't think about, how would this character say it? They just say it. They just become it. They just be it. So it's the same thing with the game, is that when you learn the things you learn, right? You internalize it, but while you're in the actual field, you shouldn't be all the way in your head thinking about your next move. It should just be the next move naturally happens because it's so ingrained in you. You see what I'm saying? And that's the part you want to get at. So when you're having that conversation, is going smooth. Hey, listen, I'm gonna get her number. I'm going to talk to her to get that number. But while you're in the situation, you don't want to be thinking about, okay, what's the next thing I should say? What's the next thing I should say? What's the next thing I should say? It should almost flow and fit extremely well to where you're almost doing it without even realizing you're doing this stuff. So, for example, when I talk to women, I naturally end up like touching them. You understand? Where I'm not thinking about touching them. It just happens naturally because I've developed my flirting techniques and my flirting methods of dealing with women in that manner, to where I automatically know when to grab her hand, pull her closer into me. And I know when to do that because I know what signals to look out for. I know what signals to look out for because I've been doing it for so long that it becomes second nature. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You see what I mean?
Right. So that's right. That's right. Because the chick who I told you about, who I picked up and fucked and everything, it flows smoothly in that interaction. And the other girls who I've gone on dates with, it flowed smoothly when I approached them, because I really didn't care less about the outcome.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You're when you're more relaxed and when you're more in the moment, everything flows way, way better. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I would say to you. You just gotta get that shit flowing real smooth. You feel me? But let me I gotta get a few more of these calls, bro. I appreciate the call, dude.
Thanks, yeah.
All right, man. Peace. But yeah, that's what it is, man. You guys gotta be able to flow with the situation, man. You know what I mean? Because a lot of dudes, that's why they have trouble, because there's so much in their head when they are making shit pop. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Nathan Wong said, read the book 10 to 15 times. Exactly. You got to get on that Coach Corey Wayne stuff, man. Got to read the book 10 to 15 times. Shout out to Coach Corey Wayne. You feel what I'm saying? That's real talk. I remember when I first heard him say that, I was like, exactly. Dudes got to really immerse themselves in the information. You know what I'm saying? Machiavelli was popping. He said motherfuckers always in the comments talking about all you need is money. Hilarious. Trap Lord, why you talking shit? What are you talking about? Corey Wayne has a little bit of Corey Wayne has a you know a lot of good information. Real talk. B Sky, you said what's the Black Friday sale? So the Black Friday sale again is you join the Bad Boy membership and then you can get 2 of my products for free. Okay, join the Bad Boy membership. Once you join the Bad Boy membership, you send me email, say, hey, I want this product and that product, and then I send you the products. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So remember, it's gonna end tonight at midnight. So make sure you guys jump on that. So what's popping off in the chat room, people? What is popping off in the chat room? You feel me? So you said Corey Wayne is for men that want relationships. I mean, well, technically anything is a relationship. So what do you mean by relationships? You talking about like long-term relationships? You talking about like boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage type of joints? You know what I'm saying? But you see, this is the thing. It's the thing though. What a lot of you guys don't understand is that all of this shit is connected anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Because look, because some guys will say, "Oh well, I don't want to really. I just want to learn how to get chicks and smash and all that other stuff, right?" What you have to understand is that the stuff you learn in order to get a chick to smash, right? What's going to happen is that at some point, once you know how to smash, you're going to want more than smashing in most cases. The only reason you may want just smashing at this time, and I'm saying in the general sense, is because you're not smashing. If you were smashing all the time, smashing wouldn't be as important to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you still like it, but it ain't gonna be like, oh my god, I gotta smash every day. I gotta get more chicks to smash. You feel what I'm saying? Charblo, you say you got this one girl on campus that pulled back. You pulled back because she thought that pulled back because she thought you was needy. Now she want to come by to hug me, so I dapped her instead. Was that butthurt? Well, it sounds like she's just on some attention whore shit. You know what I'm saying? She could be on some attention whore shit. Because if she's looking at you like you're needy, then all of a sudden she trying to hug up on you. You understand? That's some wishy-washy, goofy shit. You understand? You said, what do I think about dating apps like East Meets East? I don't really know that one. Is that the one? Is that the new one? I think that's the new one with the Asian people on it. Is that the one with the Asian? I don't know. I don't really. I've never used that shit. I've never used that shit. Unfortunately, you have a lot of dating apps that are garbage. You understand? I just stick to the Tinders. I stick to the Bumbles, the OK Cupids. I stick to all of that shit. You said, what about finding females to smash at church? You say, yes, I said church. There's a lot of chicks you could smash at church. It just depends on the chick you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some chicks in church who are freaks. And then you got some chicks in church who, you don't even need to bother to deal with because they on that, I gotta wait and I'm a woman of God and all that other type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, But yeah, I say try out as many dating apps as you can. See which ones are working for you or more beneficial to you. But understand that on the dating apps, it's attention whore central. Just understand that. You feel what I'm saying? You said, how do you find them or determine that? Well, you got to talk. Look, anytime you're dealing with a chick and you want to figure out what's up with her or what type of chick she's gonna be and how she's gonna act towards you, you gotta talk to them. You gotta talk to them, and you have to put the situation in a way where she needs to show you how interested she is in you. The problem is this is why it's so hard for guys to get things going with women, is that you don't put them in a position to where they have to be straight up with you. You understand? And they don't have to be straight up with you because you're being way too indirect all the time. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're chilling with a chick and you let her know, hey, listen, I'm attracted to you and I want to hook up. What's good? Right? Now she has to respond. See, any response is a response. Even like she could, let's say you text that to her, she don't respond to your text, that's a response. You understand? If she's on some, oh, what type of girl you think I am, blah, blah, that's a response. If she's like, yeah, that sounds good, let's make it happen, that's a response. You understand? Shout out to my dude K Zaggin 20 in the building. What's going on, bro? B Sky, you said way too direct. You can never be way too direct. You know what I'm saying? What is it with you guys where you think you can't be direct? I want to know. I really want to understand, why are you guys so scared to be direct with women? Being direct is great because it saves you so much time. You understand? It saves you a lot of time. Okay, Zach and Tony said dudes are scary. You feel me? Daquan Jenkins was popping, bro. You said if you invite a girl you just met to your spot and to chill and maybe smash, and then she turns it down, do you charge her or soft charge and try to get with her again? Well, I personally would charge her because, you know, there's other chicks. I'm on that, look, I got that abundant shit, so I don't really need you here. I ain't got time for the games. But if that does happen, you could soft charge her and hit her up again. But when you hit her up again and you invite her back, tell her, listen, don't come over unless we smash it. You understand what I'm saying? See, usually I don't like to. Let me tell you guys something, because I'm a very big advocate of charging chicks to the game, you know, immediately. One, because when you charge chicks to the game, it forces you to step your game up. You understand? Because you're getting rid of a chick, so you're going to have to replace her. You understand? So let's say you're talking to that one girl. If you charge her to the game, now you ain't got no girls. Now you got to replace her with another chick. So you got to step up your game to get another girl. Right? Also, what happens is that it increases your confidence, because you have to be a confident motherfucker to be like, yo, bounce, I'm good. You understand what I'm saying? In the face of losing or potentially losing that situation, that chick. You feel me? So, you know, Joseph Condry said, here's the reason direct is not always good. There is a point in time to be direct. But why is it not always good? You didn't explain why it's not always good. And what's the point in time to be direct? Zach and Tony say you charge a chick for rolling her eyes. Real talk. Listen, y'all don't understand. Direct is going to save you a lot of time. Elliot Morris, you said some people saying that direct approach only works on good-looking guys. Okay, but who's a good-looking guy? Who's a good-looking guy? What is the logic that because you're good-looking and you tell a chick, hey, I want to have sex with you, that means she's going to be okay with having sex with you just because you're good-looking? Is that the logic that we're hearing? Because what is you having to be good-looking make the direct approach work for you? How? You understand what I'm saying? Like, how is that? How is that just? You understand what I'm saying? But dudes, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta understand something. Some dudes just don't know the game, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Just understand that they don't understand the game because they aren't really out there. You understand what I'm saying? They get on message boards or YouTube and say a whole bunch of goofy shit, but they don't know the game. Joseph Condry said the point in time when she shows genuine interest. What do you mean? So you're saying you can't be direct until a woman shows interest in you? Is that what you're saying? Asian, you said a good-looking guys that gets a lot of attention from women. Correct. What is the attention though? What's the attention about? See, y'all think attention equals sex. You feel what I'm saying? See, my dude K Zagan already said it. Getting attention does not equal sex. Elliot Morris, you said the girl might think you are good looking, so in that instance, the direct approach would work perfectly. Yeah, and that's true. That's what I'm saying. The girl could think you're good looking. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who this is. Yo, what's popping?
Hey, Mr. Locario, what's up?
What up? What's going on? Who's this?
This is Caesar, New York.
All right, what's popping with you, bro?
Just calling. My question is, how does? First of all, I'm a big fan of yours. I've been watching your show for years and your broadcast and all that.
Appreciate it, bro.
Big fan. My question is, how do you get out of a rut, like in the dating game? How do you do that?
You said, how do you do what?
How do you get out of a rut? Like, how do you get out of a dry spell?
Oh, how do you get out of a dry spell in a rut?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is this: you have to basically go down a path of seeing things in a positive light. So what I mean is this: the ruts are gonna happen. It's ordered, like, that's what I'm gonna tell you now. The rut is going to happen. Period. Like, you can't escape the rut or the dry spell. You understand? Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So you being in the dry spell or the rut is gonna happen automatically. That's just how the shit works. It's the flow of energy. But the way that you get out of it faster is that you have to be able to consciously be aware and look at the positive aspects of certain situations. So, for example, if you're in a rut or you're in a dry spell, what you're going to say is, damn, I'm in a dry spell. Shit ain't really popping off, and these girls ain't responding to me, yada, yada, yada. So what you're doing is that you're making yourself stay in that rut. You feel what I'm saying? But what you need to do is you need to look at specific positive things that you can take from the interactions you're having with women. So, for example, let's say you're in that rut, but you go out with your boys and you're chilling, and you talk to a few girls or whatever, right? Now, let's say you ain't getting no numbers, but you actually had a really good conversation with one of the chicks you talked to that night, right? So you can say to yourself, yo, I had a good night. I actually had a really good conversation with this bad chick. You feel what I mean? So now you're looking for the positives in the situation, because you could have said, damn, I ain't getting no numbers tonight, is fucked up. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to go down that route. You see what I mean? You want to always look for the positives in the situation. So the next week you might go out and you talk to like 5 or 10 girls and you get one number. So you say, oh, this is amazing. I got me one number. Let me see what's popping with this. So so now what's happening is you're mentally already getting out the rut, and therefore the mental situation is going to create the actual situation for you to get out that rut. You see what I'm saying? To get out that dry spell. Right. So it's kind of like this. It's like if let's say someone threw you in a ditch, right? Mm-hmm. If you're stuck in the ditch and all you say is, fuck, why am I in this ditch? This is some bullshit. I don't know why he threw me in the ditch. That's blah, blah, blah. But if you say to yourself, wait a second, let me see what I can do to get out this ditch. Oh shit, you know what? I noticed there's like a fucking rock over here. I could stand on this rock and then probably climb out. I could put this other rock here. You see what I'm saying? Your mind is looking for positive things to get you out the rut. You see what I'm saying? And then you eventually get it out, because your thoughts become your actions. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, and so that's how you sort of get out of it. Because remember, the anything that you're getting out of the game is because of what you're giving to the game. So if you're giving negativity, you're going to just keep getting more and more negativity. If you're giving that positivity and that thought process of, oh, let me go in this direction, you're going to start to see more of that, and you're going to start to get more of that. You see what I mean?
It's all about your mindset. Yeah.
Right. So what were you saying? Go ahead.
It's all about your mindset.
Right. Because the thing is this. Yeah. Your mindset is going to... Because this is what you got to understand. Everything you want is already there. You understand what I'm saying? Everything you want is already there. It's just that you have to go in a specific direction. Like you ever notice, like, because they even do experiments with this where, like how a person might say, oh, I want this brand new car or whatever, right? And then once they get the car, they start seeing a lot more people with the same car or the same types of car, right? Now, that same car was always out there, but it wasn't on that person's radar until they decided they wanted it, because now they're thinking about it. Now that they're thinking about it, they're seeing it more. You see what I'm saying? But it's not like people magically got more of those cars. They were always there, but the person didn't see it. So this is what I'm saying. You have to see it. You have to see what's going on. And also you have to make that conscious decision to go in that direction, to say, okay, look, I'm going to go in this direction. And eventually what's going to happen is, because you're being more positive, you're going to recognize more positive shit. And then you're going to even be more of a positive individual when you're talking to the girl, which is going to make her want to fuck with you more. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus if you're living in fear and you're nervous and you're negative, and you go in to talk to a girl and you got that negative energy, like, damn, I don't know if she's going to like me, and what am I supposed to say? And, blah, blah, and so that's going to create the situation for her to reject you. You see what I'm saying? Even more.
Right.
You see what I mean? So that's what it is. So,
All right.
That's what it is, bro.
Mr. Locario, I love your show. I love your analogies. I love everything. Stay positive, and I'll keep watching you.
That's what's up, bro. Man. Appreciate it, man. All right.
All right. Take it easy.
Later. All right. But yeah, man. But what was he saying? I was saying about the direct approach. But I'm gonna get back to that. I'll probably have to do a whole show on that shit in a minute. Yo, what's going on? Who's this? Yo,
what's up?
What's popping? Who's this?
The good life. Yeah, right. I just want to say first and foremost, I have my little nephews watch your videos.
All right, that's what's up.
Because I think they need to start learning this now, because society is just like really going to be against them and demasculating them.
Oh yeah, real talk.
And we're in a society where guys are behind. We don't learn socially fast enough, and even if we were just as socially smart, we are behind women just because it plays in their favor when it comes to dating and sex.
Right.
So it's us as men who needs to learn. So that's why I refer them to you.
Right.
And be like, look at this. Look at this. This is what you need to learn. So you know what? I'm giving you your props and respect. But I also want to elaborate on some things about being direct. Because I feel like if you really want to be good at game, you got to know when to and when not to. Because it's like, if you're direct with a girl, at very first, you might not introduce your very best qualities for her to be like, you know what, I'm into this guy. Sometimes it takes a little bit of talking, because a girl might not really know you at first sight. So the thing, for the guy perspective, to know when to be that way, that takes a little bit of experience of them going out and knowing. But, sometimes it may not be good to be, in my opinion, to be direct at the very first. And there's different levels of directness. Direct about, I want to date right now. I'm with another girl. I want to be sexual with you. All that should be at a certain time. Right. Because it's like, if I just met her, like, even though she's thinking about sex,
me saying, just to be upfront, I want to fuck you, might not be the best approach initially at that point in time.
Well, why not? If she wants to fuck,
because
why
she
not?
might not be in that. She may not be ready. She might be the type of person that wants to go through. What you call it when you take them on dates and stuff throughout that process? She wants to be courted.
Right. Okay. And let me stop you there. Do you want to court her though?
Do I want to? Right. I don't really want to, but I might do it. Yeah.
So, but this is what I'm saying. So, if you don't want to, then why would you? What would be the point? See, the being direct is about you. It's not about them. That's the point of being direct. The point of being direct is I want sex. So I want, like, and I'm just using sex as this with this metaphor because you could be direct and say I want to date. You feel what I'm saying? You could be direct and say, hey, I just want to, I want you to come to my party on Friday because I'm throwing something, whatever you want. You're just directly telling her this is what I want to do. So the thing is, if let's say, for example, if I just want sex, right, and let's say even that girl wants sex, but she's sort of iffy about it or whatever. If I go up to her and I'm talking to her and I say, listen, I think you're really hot and I want to, hook up with you, right? If she's not down, that's cool. You feel what I'm saying? Because I want that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find another girl who's ready to do it when I want to do it. You see what I mean? If she's not ready, that's on her. You feel what I'm saying? Who cares? The problem is that what guys will do is because they'll want sex, they'll see she's not ready. And then the minute you accommodate her, you're done. You feel what I'm saying? The minute you accommodate her, you're following her. You see what I'm saying? And in a lot of cases, what happens is because she sees now that you're following her. You feel what I'm saying? What happens is that in a lot of cases either makes it longer for you to get the sex, or you usually don't get the sex. Because she sees that you're following her. She sees that you went back on what you said you wanted to do. You see what I'm saying? And for women, a lot of times they get unattracted to you when they see that you're not standing on what you want. You see what I'm saying? Because it's better to tell a chick, listen, I want to fuck. And she's like, no, I'm not trying to do that. And how can, blah, blah, blah. Be like, okay, listen, well, that's cool. But here's my number. Call me when you're ready to fuck. And I keep it moving. Versus her saying, hey, but I want to be courted and I don't want to fuck a guy until I get to know him. And then you're like, okay, well, I'll take you out on a date and I'll do all these things for you and wait for you to get ready. That she's already done with you in her mind. You've went from here in attraction to down here just off of that action. You see what I'm saying? That's what.
But she might not even say it. She might not even say she wanted to be courted at all.
Right.
And so let's say I meet a girl in the streets.
Right.
And it's our first initiation, and we conversate. Right. And during that first conversation, I say, yo, listen, just to be honest with you, I want to fuck. And I realize this thing tends to not work with primarily black women. I feel like the more directness seems to work more with white women. That's just my experience. Right. But my thing is, like, if you first meet a woman and you're direct sexually, right, you don't think that could throw things off, even though you have the potential to have sex with this woman? Because, like, in my experience, sometimes I just see that, all right, this woman needs more time before she's fucked. And after I fuck her the first time, I could keep her while I'm fucking other girls, and she'll be part of my arsenal of options of women to fuck.
Right. This is what I'm saying. If she's not ready to do it, that's cool. Just tell her to holler at you when she's ready. That's all I'm saying. The point is, you gotta stick.
I get that.
Right. So you just gotta stick to your shit. That's what I'm saying. You gotta stick to your shit. Your shit is, I'm trying to do it. So if you not trying to do it now, that's cool. Holler at me when you're trying to do it. You see what I mean? And so the thing is that, because even in it don't matter if she black, white, whatever, because I've been super direct with. In fact, for me personally, I don't know about for other dudes, it's way easier for me to get with black girls. Just, you know what I'm saying? That's
same with me.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just way easier for me.
But I think it's because you are black.
Exactly. Right. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. So
I'm not saying it's harder to get with black women.
Right.
But I see like they want the whole courtship. Also depending on where you initially pursue them. Mm-hmm. It depends on that too. But it's just like they're more wanting to do the whole courting thing. Even if they're looking for a one night stand, I just see that more.
But this is what I'm saying. The reason why a lot of girls will act that way is because what happens is that some of them, when they deal with certain guys, right, they want the attention. Remember, girls love attention. You see what I'm saying? But also women are sexual beings just like us. So they also want sex too. So you're gonna have a girl who, and I'll put it in a way that I guess, let's say for like us to understand. Let's say you were talking. Let's say a girl came up to you, right? But you weren't that into her. You weren't. You know what I'm saying? Like you're thinking, I'd maybe smash, but I'm not really excited to smash her because she's like a 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, or a 5.5, whatever. But you're not really into her, but you can tell she's really into you. You feel what I'm saying? And then let's say you know that this girl is like rich, or she has some sort of resources or something that you could utilize. Let's say you're a rap artist and she's related to like freaking P. Diddy or 50 Cent. You understand what I'm saying? So you're like, damn, this girl wants to fuck with me, but I don't really want to hit it because she ain't that hot, and I'm embarrassed that one of my friends gonna see me hit it. But trying to get this record deal though. So what I'm gonna tell her is, yo, how about we chill for a little bit? I want to meet your Uncle P. Diddy and your cousin 50 Cent and all that other stuff, and then we'll take it from there. You feel what I'm saying? That's how women look at it when they want to be courted and all this other stuff. It's because the reason why they don't want to just have sex at that moment is because, one, they're not that sexually attracted to that guy, but they see some sort of potential in him for other things. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that's why she's not having sex with you. It's not because
she's not initially sexually attracted.
Right, exactly. They're not initially sexually attracted to you like that.
So couldn't you work your game to make that woman become sexually attracted to you?
Right, of course. Yeah, of course. That's what you can do. But part of that...
That's what I'm talking about. She's like, if she's not initially sexually attracted to you, and as you work in your game, when she becomes sexually attracted to you, that's when you could be more straightforward and bold.
No, but my point is that this is what but you're missing the point. You're missing the point.
Direct. That's based on my experience.
No, but this is the point that I'm making.
And also, it's like,
this is the point that I'm making. Hold on, this is the point that I'm making. What I'm saying is, because you were saying you can't be, you shouldn't be that straightforward because some girls are gonna be like, oh, I want to court you, blah blah blah. What I'm saying is, if a woman is that sexually attracted to you from the jump, and you say to that girl, right, she's gonna want to do it. She's not going to refuse. What I'm saying is the refusal is because she's just not sexually attracted to you like that. You see what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm saying. Right. So if she's not sexually attracted to you, and then you become sexually direct, then it's not going to work.
But my question is, how do you?
If you need to work and oil the situation. For later, when she does become sexually attracted, then you could be sexually direct.
And my question, and my question to you is, how do you know if that girl is or isn't sexually attracted to you before you even say anything?
Oh yeah. So there's numerous signs of not just being sexually attracted, but also being attracted in general. So it's like, if she's showing like verbal cues that she is interested, she's standing close to you, she's touching you, she herself is saying some sexual innuendo, she's maintaining eye contact, she is, if this is a test, and a lot of people might laugh at it, but I really feel like it works. The can I see your hand? And she puts out her hand, and she rests her hand on top of your hand in a relaxed manner, then she's like comfortable with you. Then you could be like more direct. So there's a lot of physical things that she'll be, and also if you could physically move forward on her, because women could fake interest, but the one interest they won't fake is physical escalation. So if
they'll fake that too. Trust me, they'll fake that too.
Those are just certain signs of certain level of interest, and when you see those level of interest, then they are like gateways for you to be direct.
Right, but what I'm saying is, why do you have to wait for that to be direct? That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is...
and what I'm saying is, the reason why you have to wait for that to be direct is like, if you're too direct too early, then your shit is going to bomb. If you initially...
No, this is what I'm saying. Why is it going... No, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying...
direct, then it'll work.
No, I'm saying, why is it going... Like, this is what I'm saying. If a chick... If I'm talking to a chick, right? If I walk into a party and I start talking to a girl, and she saw me from when I walked in the door, and she was attracted to me, right? I could go up and I could talk to her and flirt with her and grab her hand and do all this other stuff, right? And then I could say to her, hey, listen, I want to take you back to my place right now. Let's go, right? And then she says, oh, yeah, let's make it happen, right? Yeah. That wasn't necessarily because I was touching her hand and doing all that other stuff. It was because she was already initially attracted to me from the door. So I could have rolled up on her, said, hey, what's your name? How you doing? My name is Locario. What's your name? Stacy. Oh, nice to meet you, Stacy. So how's your night going? Oh, cool. Well, listen, I came over here because I thought you was really attractive, and I don't even want to be here. I want to bounce out of here and have sex with you tonight. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't need to do, because no matter what I did in that situation, she still was sexually attracted to me. So I could be bold with her from the jump. You see what I'm saying? I don't need to do all this other stuff to warm her up. The warming up is if the girl is halfway somewhat attracted to you, just like I was using the example of the girl who's a 5 and there's other things. A woman needs all that extra stuff because she's not all the way into you. You understand? It's the same reason why you have guys who are married who complain that their wife only has sex with them like once or twice a month. The reason why is because she's not sexually attracted to him, but there's other things, resources that he provides, which makes her want to fuck with him. This is why a woman says, I need you to court me. She needs you to court her because her sexual attraction to you isn't as high. So it's like, well, I'm not that sexually attracted to him, so I need something else to make me want to even fuck with this guy. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point. So what I'm saying is that if a woman is saying, well, oh, I don't want to do this yet, or I don't want to do that yet, that same woman will have sex with another guy in 5 or 10 minutes of meeting him because she is that sexually attracted to him. So my question is, how do you know or not know that you may or may not be that guy she finds sexually attractive? The only way you're going to know is if you're upfront and direct with her at that moment. You see what I'm saying? So she can either say yes or no, right? And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to wait for the specific right time. Now, you could do that to what you're saying is you could do that, and it's not like a wrong thing to do. But what I'm saying is that that's not all the way necessary. That, I would say, is if you're trying to limit your amount of rejections, then yeah, that makes sense to what you're saying to do, because now you want to sort of gauge how she's going to respond to you, whatever. But if you are the type of guy who wants to fuck and you don't give a fuck about rejections, you don't give a fuck specifically even about that girl, you understand, you care about your own, things, then that's why you're going direct, and that's why you're letting the girls know, hey, I just want to smash, and if you ain't trying to smash, I'm moving on to the next girl. That's it. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I guess for me, it's different because I have enough experience where I can, honestly, I could walk into a bar, and sometimes I might be in a bar with 2 or 3 of my friends, and I'll tell one of them, you see that girl sitting right there? She haven't even looked over here, but I know that she's ready to fuck. Because I've been in the bars, I approach a lot of women, and I can gauge quickly what the situation is. So I have a lot of experience, and I guess you could attest to this. The more you do it, the more you're able to read in the situation.
Yeah, of course.
And it doesn't become like a thinking thing. It becomes second nature. So the thing is, I realize I've come into conversations, and I'm like, all right, she's not ready yet, but she do want to fuck. All right, she wants to fuck, but her friends is in the way.
Right.
She wants to fuck, but she can't. Or she doesn't want to fuck, but I think I have a chance. I'm a maybe dude, you know, for her in her eyes. Or even if I'm on the streets, I'm like, all right, she's going somewhere. It's daytime. I'm not ignoring the context of the situation. So since it's in the street, since it's daytime, I'm not going to ask her right now, let's fuck. I'm going to talk to her and, you know, try to build a high level of rapport. And it's like that second nature, that practice of doing it over and over again, you realize, all right, cool, I could go direct. I shouldn't go direct. Or, all right, I could go kind of halfway direct. I could throw in a joke or da-da-da-da-da, or whatever is necessary. My thing is just like, I think, like, in general, social intelligence also involves knowing what to do in certain situations. You know, it's like if I'm at work, I'm going to be way less direct, and I'm definitely going to look for signs because I want to be careful.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, that's a different story because you're actually, like, at work. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just like if you're...
Yeah, so what I'm saying in general is, like, adapting to the situation. Like, even if you're doing a cold approach and you really want to be good, I don't think, in my opinion, from my experience, you're going to get really good unless you adapt to different situations.
Right,
sometimes
right.
mentally,
but see,
I'm not there.
That's the thing you got.
I don't have that confidence.
But
so
see, that's another different. That's a different situation though, because like you're saying, if you're at work, right, or let's say even if you're at a funeral, you feel what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna really go to some chick at the funeral, like, because it's a different state of mind, but. In a general sense, where a chick is outside at the club, at the bar, you understand? Women are out there looking for sex to the point where, see, and this is what guys gotta understand is that you'll notice this even more when the women are being direct with you, because there's times where a girl, when she wants you so bad, because you're not necessarily being direct, she will be direct. You understand what I'm saying? So I've had situations where there will be girls that I'm talking to, and this is the funny part. I actually wasn't trying to get with the girl. I was just having a conversation. But because she was probably that into me, she's the one who made it be known. You feel what I'm saying? And basically said, hey, what are you doing later? And I'm like, I'm chilling. She's like, do you want to come back to my place? And I'm like, all right, cool. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but so she was being direct about wanting to smash. So imagine if I would have said to her, let's say even before she asked me, I would have said to her, hey, listen, you kind of cute. You know, you want to like go back to my place and smash? She would have been like, yeah, because in her mind, she saw me as that guy. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's going to be certain girls who see you as that guy. You see what I mean? But
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. If a guy is scared to be direct, what's going to happen is he's going to be missing out on certain situations with women because he doesn't realize or think or believe that women actually want sex just as much as he does. You see what I mean? I think a lot of guys feel like they need to sort of, tiptoe around certain situations with women because they think that, well, if I be direct, I'm going to I'm going to turn her off, or she's going to like not, she's going to be like taken aback by me being direct. Now, that is true in certain situations because women still have social programming. You feel what I'm saying? So that means that a social program is going to cause her to give you a reaction. Now, if you don't understand that, you're going to go based off of that reaction through the social program, and that's going to throw you off. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But if you're not thrown off by that, you can continue to make the shit go down. You see what I'm saying? Because I had a situation like that before. It happened one time too, where I was at an event and I was about to leave, and I saw this chick and she was coming in, right? And I said to her, I was like, "Yo, listen," I was like, "I'm about to leave, but like you're the baddest chick that's in here, so I need you to leave with me." You feel what I'm saying? And so she's like, "Leave with you to do what?" And I was like, "What you mean?" I was like, "The fuck? Of course, what you mean?" So she's like, "Fuck." She's like, "How you gonna come at me like that?" And blah 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 and all this other stuff. So I'm looking her dead in her eye, and I was like, "Listen." I was like, "You don't fool me. Like, if you didn't want to fuck me, you wouldn't be here going back and forth with me. You'd have just walked away, right?" And then so she's like, who do you think you are? Why are you acting like that? You know, and she starts smiling and shit. And I was like, yo, come outside with me real quick. So we came outside and we started making out outside, and then we got in the cab. And she just got there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah, absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
I think a common ground would be like, at least when you start off, you could be hitting it for going out there, throwing your numbers, you know, being direct to this and that. But I think even then, matter of fact, let me phrase it like this. Do you think it's good to try indirect and direct? And then as you do both, then you could see what works when and what not. Because when you first start, you don't really know how to gauge a situation.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I like both indirect and direct. I usually say indirect mostly for guys. They can do that to start a conversation. There's nothing wrong with being indirect to start a conversation. Like, you could be in a situation and you go up to a girl and you say, hey, that's a nice scarf you got, and then you get into a conversation. But what I'd like is that at a certain point, you need to get to the direct, because it's always gonna. This is the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, because direct is always going to happen.
There's a certain point. Point.
Right, but
certain point where you do, and a certain point that you don't.
Right.
So it's engaging, having enough experience to have enough social intelligence to know when to go. But see,
the only problem.
I was trying to get at.
And I see what you're saying. The only problem though that sucks is that sometimes when you're being too indirect, you understand what I'm saying? What happens is that you end up wasting a lot of time with a woman you see what I'm saying, who's never gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, make anything happen with you. You see what I mean? And so that's the issue a lot of times. So the more you get into the situations with chicks, you start to say, well, I could be indirect throughout this entire night and sort of like just feel everything out and sort of whatever, or I could just go for it right now and tell her what it is that I'm trying to do, and then see how she responds. And if she's responding to how I want, then I keep it pushing. If not, then I keep it moving. Because 9 times out of 10, you know, the girls who, if you were to go direct and tell them, hey, I want to do this, and they're like put off by it and they don't make anything happen, most times they were going to waste your time anyway. You see what I'm saying? They were going to waste your time anyway. Because the thing you got to understand with women is that women usually, they're and this is, you know, there's always exceptions, because there's sometimes girls will be direct, but usually women are extremely passive, which means they're always waiting for us to do the thing. You see what I'm saying? They're waiting for us to pull the trigger, for us to say something. So imagine you may be talking to a girl who, you know, in her mind, she's thinking, damn, I wish this guy would just like take me home. I wish he would just invite me back to his place. She's thinking this the whole time, and you're sitting there asking her about regular shit. Like, so how's things going, and how's the weather, and you know, and she's like, when is this motherfucker going? You know what I mean? Like tell me what it is. So that's what the good thing about being direct is that the girls who are really into you and who really want to make it happen, you speed up the process. And also, you eliminate the women who are going to be attention whores and time wasters anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. I because when you do this more, you start to hate the women who, quote unquote, try to be polite, but you have so much admiration for the women who are straightforward. The more and more you do this.
Right, and also
the more and more you're going out there, like the women who's like, yo, I'm not feeling you, or just, which is the very few. But it's like the more you do this, the more you acknowledge that. But I agree with you on that. But piggybacking on what you already said, is there a time where a woman initially may not like you, but once you start talking, they start to feel you?
Oh yeah, of course. But that's what I always said. Those are the girls who are the middle, the girls who are in the middle. Because I always said you got 3 types of girls. You got the girls who are extremely into you. You got the girls who are somewhat into you. Then you got the girls who totally don't like you at all, period. Though the girls, what you're talking about works on the second type of girl, the girl who's somewhat into you. That's the girl in the middle. That's the girl who, that's the equivalent of the girl who's the 5 to you, who, you know, who has other shit going on that you're not really into her, but you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like when a girl initially is not that into you, and then over time she starts to like you based off of you being seductive and all this other stuff. Those are the girls who are in the middle. Those are the girls who, as time goes on, they start to get attracted to you. So yeah, of course that could happen. You see what I'm saying? But you can still be direct and also do that. You see what I'm saying? So you can, because this is what you can do. You can be direct with a chick. Let's say you go up to a girl, you in a bar, you talking to her, you say, listen, I'm trying to hook up. You feel what I'm saying? And then she's like, oh, I'm not really trying to do that, yada, yada, yada. You're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Then you can still keep talking to her if you want. You understand? You don't have to leave, but I usually would leave. You could still keep talking to her, keep interacting with her, but you still have to stay on that same frame of I'm trying to smash tonight, or all I want to do with you is smash. Because at a certain point, she may start to like you and start to be engaged with you and then actually end up fucking you that night. You see what I'm saying? Or fucking you that week or whatever it is. You see what I mean? But the thing is that it took her a while to, build up that interest. You understand what I'm saying? Even to the point where, because I had a friend who would do this a lot too, and I do this too, but like I was saying earlier, where he would let the girl know he's trying to smash. She'll be like, oh, I'm not trying to do that, blah, 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 blah. He says, okay, cool. Here's my number. Call me when you're ready to smash. And so sometimes he would have the girls call him when they're ready to actually have sex. So that would mean that she's probably horny that day. She ain't have nobody else to call. So she calls that guy because he stood on his ground saying, hey, I want to smash. So over time, so it took him longer to smash, but he ended up smashing. He didn't have to court her. He didn't have to do a whole bunch of extra shit. He didn't have to do none of that shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Even what he would do, I usually don't do this because I don't like wasting my time like this, but this is what he would do. Sometimes he would get the girl's number and he would text her periodically, maybe like once every 2 to 3 weeks. And he'd hit her up and he'd say, yo, what you doing tonight? And she'd be like, nothing. He'd be like, come over. And then she'd be like, nah, I'm not trying to do that. I told you. He'd be like, all right, cool. Well, holler at me when you're ready to do this, right? Then he wouldn't call her for another 3 weeks. And he'd call her again. Hey, what's going on? What you doing tonight? She's like, nothing. He's like, yo, you want to come over into the crib? She's like, no. But he's like, all right, call me when you're ready. And I remember this one girl, he did that for like 7 months. And then she finally fucking had sex with the dude. And I'm just like, this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But he stood on that. I'm just trying to have sex with you. You see what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah.
So he probably caught at the right time when she was actually ready to have, because like you said sometimes they may not be ready. They're not ready for the guy that they initially aren't that attracted to. You see what I'm saying? But he stood in there and kept it going, and then he finally got her when she was ready to smash. But the only thing that didn't change was him saying, I want to smash. He wasn't courting her. He wasn't taking her on dates. He wasn't spending a whole bunch of time with her. He just stuck to, I want to hit it, and when you're ready to hit it, that's when we going to make it happen. And that's it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still him being direct. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
There was a time where me and this hot, beautiful-looking Indian girl,
right.
I wanted to smash, but she served the purpose of just being a beautiful girl around me. Because I definitely realized, you get some pretty girls around you, other girls are less defensive and more open to find out, why the hell he has good-looking girls around him.
Right,
so
right.
This good-looking girl is next to me, Indian girl, and then this other black dude comes in, and he asks me, yo, are you dating her? I was like, nah, go ahead, shoot your shot.
Right.
But in my head, I know this Indian girl is really not into black guys. So when he comes in, I even introduced him, I totally have lots of respect for a dude that don't do that A-mogging bullshit. I don't know if you know about A-mogging.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, so he didn't do that, and then I introduced him, and then the conversation seemed kind of weird, but the moment he showed, knowledge of the Indian culture, I not only I could feel that she's gaining interest, I could see that she's really being into him. And then it's like the way he pinpointed points where he showed that he has financial stability. He asked me about what's my profession, and he was like, "Oh, well, what you're doing, you could buy houses." And then we went into somehow him indirectly saying, him owning property. So I was like, I know this is going to work with this Indian chick because she's a fucking gold digger.
Right.
So it's like, and I was like, I don't know if he's conscious of it or he just got, or he's just luckily putting the things in the right spot.
Right.
And when he left, she was like, oh, I'm really feeling that guy.
Right.
You know, he's a different type of black dude. You know? And it's like, in my head, I've done a lot of game, but he did skillful storytelling. Like, it didn't come across as braggadocious. And you know, and then his points in doing it, this guy had to have game. His points of doing it, he mentioned, he's like, you know what? When it's another time that me and you could hook up to see if so I could see if you're open to getting to know me on a romantic level. So he went direct. He got her number. But that point, he did it at the right point, and like he built their attraction by showing his knowledge of her culture. You know, and that built the level of attraction towards him. And then he threw in the information of him having wealth while him bragging about it in a certain way.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. He basically seduced her, but what happened is he had to do that because the attraction wasn't high in the first place. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what
and he was smart enough to see that. It was like, I can't, if he was to go directly and say, yo, I'm trying to smash, he would have been shut down and it would have been over. It would have been just done.
Right.
And I know this.
And that's the thing. What he needs to understand also is that he's getting a girl who is not that sexually attracted to him. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying.
But they fuck.
No.
They fuck.
No. That's what I'm saying. Just because you fuck a chick, that don't mean she's sexually attracted to you. A chick. This is what you gotta understand. This is what you gotta understand. You can get a girl to have sex with you. That doesn't necessarily mean she's sexually attracted to you. Just like you can have sex with that 5, that don't mean you're sexually attracted to her. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you have sex with that 5 because you a musician and her cousin is P. Diddy. You feel what I'm saying? So you trying to stay in good with her, right? Yeah. So your friend, the girl, she's trying to stay in good with him because she's like, oh, maybe he could take care of me. Maybe because he has property, he has money, which I can utilize. So she's like, let me come up off of some of this pussy and be able to give him this so that he can give me what I want. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Okay. So what I'm saying is if your friend is cool with being the resource guy, then he's doing what he got to do. But he needs to understand that if he's trying to have a woman who's sexually attracted to him to the point where he's getting the consistent type of sex he wants, that shit ain't popping off with that. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. That's the issue. And that's what I think guys gotta understand. With the best situation you want to be in, and I talked about this on my the Truth About the Game seminar, which all you guys should get, is that the type of man that most women want, and shout out to my dude Alan Roger Curry, because he was talking about this too, as far as a relationship thing is that the guy who's the alpha with beta traits. You feel what I'm saying? So the alpha with beta traits is the guy a woman is sexually attracted to, but also is the type of guy who would be great for a relationship. You see what I'm saying? And so what you want is you want a woman who's sexually attracted to you, and then after that, maybe she's like, you know what? Yeah, I also like this guy beyond just sex. You don't want to be the guy who she is not sexually attracted to, but she's just giving you sex in exchange for your resources. And that's what it sounds like is with your friend. Because he had to interact with her, let her know about his resources and all the shit he's doing. And she's like, he's not like these other black guys that I'm not sexually attracted to. You understand what I'm saying? I'll do him. I'll make an exception for him because he has other things. Just like you make an exception for the 5 because she has other things. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I would say that's true had he not build attraction on other subject matters. But like once if he didn't mention anything of his knowledge of her culture, then I would say, oh, and all he did is prove that he has wealth. Then I would say that is it. But if there were other things that build attraction for her to him, then I could say that, all right, that he really just needs to show that he's stable enough. So since he showed other characteristics, like he knew about cricket, like he knew about the history of India and their sport, and he knew about the demographics, and it's like, oh, when you show a level of knowledge that people don't expect you to know, then it builds a trap. Like,
I agree.
So if I start talking about the Caribbean culture, it's like, well, we expect you to know that. So
I agree.
No bonus.
That's what.
But the thing is, like, he showed other things that build a characteristic.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You know
what I'm saying. No, and I agree with you. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you got to understand, and this is why game is so important. You feel what I mean? So what I'm saying is that you're gonna have women who are naturally attracted to you. And so what we were talking about earlier, when we were talking about being direct, is that the being direct is going to work on women who are naturally sexually attracted to you. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So in the situation with your friend, that woman wasn't necessarily naturally sexually attracted to him. She started to build that attraction through what he was saying, which made her attracted to him, but she wasn't. So you're right. So if he would have probably came up to her and said, "Hey, I just want to fuck you," that probably wouldn't have worked in that situation because she wasn't naturally sexually attracted to him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is the key, though. This is the key. A woman being naturally sexually attracted to you, because some guys, when they hear that, they'll think, "Oh, it's probably because she thinks the guy looks good." That could be partly to do with it, but also it's still also your behavior, because what'll make a girl also be naturally sexually attracted to you is the behavior that you're displaying that shows that you're a man who knows what he wants and is going after what he wants. So within even telling a girl and having the balls to say to her, "Hey, look, I'm just trying to smash," right? That within itself makes you even more sexually attractive. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You see what I mean? And so
I think we're kind of on the same plane,
right?
But with a little bit of a twist,
right?
So it's like, I'm not knocking being direct,
right?
It's just like, if you, it's just about, to me personally, it's just about gauging the situation, and knowing where you stand in other people's eyes in the situation. And, it's like, to me, it's playing both, and the more you're able to do it, the higher your numbers are, and like getting laid, and, whatever the case may be,
Right.
So it's like, I don't think I'm too far from what you're saying. I just wanted to bring that point.
No, real talk, man. And then you brought up a lot of good points too. And I want guys to just understand that if you want to be direct, don't be scared to be direct. Don't be scared to miss out on a chick. And also, if you are being indirect, you understand what I'm saying? Understand that there's nothing wrong with being indirect too. You see what I mean? And also, there's nothing wrong with gauging to see, okay, is this chick showing me some sort of interest, and then moving on to the to another part of the situation to make things flow. What I want guys to understand at the end of the day is that you always, no matter what you're doing, the game has to pertain to what you want and what you're trying to do, and not necessarily you trying to do things for the girl. Because if you're going direct, it should be about you going direct because you actually want something to happen now, or you want something to happen quicker than it would normally happen. If you're going indirect, it's because you may want to gauge a chick's interest before you go in, because maybe, for example, you may not feel like, because some guys they get annoyed by getting rejected. You may say, to limit the amount of rejections I'm going to get, let me feel her out first and then try to go in. You see what I'm saying? But that's because that's all about you. It's not about her. And that's what I want guys to understand, is that do the things because of you and not do the things because of her. Do the things on your time, not her time. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. One more thing, because I know you're about to wrap up.
Right.
Whatever happened to that other the female co-host you had before?
You talking about Amina Zena?
I think so. Light-skinned girl.
Yeah. We still cool. She's still cool. You know what I'm saying? I had her on the show maybe like a month or two ago, but yeah, we still cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll have her back on here real quick.
When you bringing her back? I think it's good to have some actual females.
Shit, I don't know. I gotta holler at her. I gotta see what's popping. Because I think the last time I spoke to her, she said she might be moving away too. So I gotta get her on another live before she moves, because I think she's moving out of the country. But I gotta definitely hit her up and see what's popping. Yeah, so so we'll see. Why
is she leaving?
I don't know. So, we gotta see. Probably gotta
ask her when she comes on the show.
Exactly. We'll make that happen. All right. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, bro. I'm about to head up out of here. All right, bro.
All right.
Peace. Later.
All
right. So, guys, listen. I'm going to have to end the show a little bit early today because I got a few things I got to do. Damn, why is this thing acting funny like that? Anyway. But, yo, listen. I appreciate, everybody tuning in. Also, remember, today is the Black Friday sale. When you join the Bad Boy membership, you get 2 of my programs for free. You can get the Bad Boys Guide to Dating. I'm about to sneeze out this motherfucker. You get the Bad Boys Guide to Dating, How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day ebook or audiobook, the Bad Boy book, the Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men audio program, Master Approach a Woman in 30 Days or Less, or the Banned from YouTube Dating Advice Mixtape for Men, or How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women Seminar DVD or audio program. So you have all those to pick from. You can pick 2 for free. So if you join the Bad Boy membership today, you get 2 of those programs for free. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go to Bad Boy membership before midnight tonight. Wherever midnight is for you. Okay, so I'm on the East Coast, so I know on the West Coast it's probably when it's midnight for me, it's gonna probably be 9 o'clock or something for you. When it's midnight for you, you still can do it. Okay, so it's going on until midnight all over the world. Whenever midnight ends for you, make sure you guys take advantage of the Black Friday sale. Okay, so you definitely need to get up on that. But let me shout out to all the peoples in the spot. Shout out to my dude K Zaggin. Shout out to Moving in Silence. I appreciate you guys for moderating. I know I had another moderator here too. I gotta double check. Shout out to Sir Lot, Enemies Defeated, Nathan Wong, Darrell S, Leroy Clark, Luis Hernandez, Got Juice. Shout out to you, Lorenzo Davis was good. Ellie Empire. Shout out to you. Trap Lord, what up? Shout out to you, Gamer Guru. It's Akuma, shout out to you. Luis Hernandez, Gamer Guru, D Weeze. Who else is up in here? Sticky E, shout out to you. VP Films, Mr. Jason Shea. Who else? The Alpha, shout out to you, bro. Leroy Clark. Who else is up in here? Dr. Cuddles. Shout out to you. Yao Don. Who else is up in this spot? Brandon F. Man. Resilient SD. But yeah, appreciate everybody. Ron Star. Man, appreciate all y'all. Nez, shout out to you. Oh yeah, Dre the Great is also a moderator. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, man, I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. And I will see you guys again maybe Monday, but definitely always Friday, okay? So you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.